Alright. So our first matchup is HTCP versus Goggles. I have the music running in the background because the audio's pretty quiet for, I think, these matches here coming up. So I'll just have Mario Golf music playing in the background for that. Let's get into it. I've also gone ahead and just muted it as well. So my guess is that HTCP's on top and Goggles is on bottom, but I have no idea. The pick of Birdo and I was gonna say, if you both pick Birdo, I for sure have no idea who it is. I was hoping they would maybe pick something that would help me determine who it is. We got CCF front tees here. This is one of the round 1 matchups that we had. They just didn't have an opportunity to get to it until, I think the weekend. Maybe, I think it was like, I think it was Sunday, I think they got to it, and I did not have an opportunity to catch the matchup. So, we're getting to it now. But just a solid tee shot to start off with Yoshi here. Gosh, I'm hoping I'll be able to see who each one is very soon. Because at the current moment, I have no freaking idea. We're gonna for each layup here. And a very nice shot there. I think the part that it would say it, I think he has it cut. I think it's cut off. Okay, very nice shot there. I think it's swapped. I think HTCP is on bottom. That's my guess, though. I have no idea. Because looking at how the framing is for the ball, I'm thinking HTCP is on bottom, more or less. Also, lefty. I think Goggles picks lefty. Yeah, I think they're swapped. Let me fix it. There's Ness in there. Where is he? He is... Was it 11? 11. I think that's right. Probably should have looked a little. Kinda cheated. Alright, we got a 1-up here. Let me cheat real fast just so everyone knows. So I make sure I have everything correct. Okay, I've got it right. Okay. Alright, so Goggles is gonna go ahead and start up 1 here. After 2 holes here. Nice backspin here. That's gonna hit the front and kind of hopefully slow it down here. Wind was really trying to pull that there. The top spin makes it go too hard though. Makes it come in a bit too hot. HTCP is able to possibly get a point back here. He does. He barely hits it hard enough. And we'll go ahead and already tie it back up here. Very solid standard tee off there with the Waluigi, and we have Koopa. Okay, so I am right. I was right, though, on me thinking Goggles was going to go with lefties. Like, I think that's him. I think he does lefty. I was correct on that. That was good. Sure it doesn't run into the water here. Goggles will play it a bit safe there. We got a Mario pick here. He's gonna go for the Gusto here. I like it. Good top spin. It's gonna roll nicely. Ooh, a bit too much though. Almost runs into the water, actually. Top spin was a bit too aggressive on that shot. Probably could have just gone standard spin there. Goggles is gonna have to just probably play the pitching wedge here. Wind is gonna pull it forward a bit. And maybe you just don't go with any sort of spin here. That's exactly what he's gonna do. Hill is still gonna try to... Oh, the hill actually didn't even take it too much there until the end. But he'll still end up in a pretty nice spot. HTCP, though, with a rough chip here. He's got to play that left side of that pin. He really has to play the left, especially with the wind that's coming in as well. He's going for the sand wedge, though. And he nails it anyway. So he gets the eagle there. And that will put him up one. I like the sand wedge play there. Because he doesn't have to take the hill into as much of account. Because of him not landing as early there. That's pretty nice for him. We got a Diddy and a PD teeing off here. Oh, that's gonna be sliced hard, or hooked hard. Hopefully, since he's lefty with the hook there, that will be fine. If it was righty, that probably would have been way worse. I like that. Very good shot onto the green there with the 7-iron. See what Goggles can do here. Just needs to land it nice and close. He's got a bit of a putt there. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, great putt. Good putt there. Beautiful putt. That'll keep the hole pushed here. The 2 birdies. So HTCP will only stay up 1. As we have some very strong wind here on hole 6. Really pulling it to the left here. So HTCP will take a little bit of a curve shot. Along with the topspin to end it up in about the same spot that you normally like it here. And Goggles will also end up in a pretty nice spot, about as good of a spot you can be there with Yoshi. This sort of wind. Yeah, the wind might pull that back a bit more than you're hoping. Yeah, it does. It pulls it back quite a bit there. That's why you like, especially with these short shots here, with these irons. You like to top ball it a bit, because the wind's not going to pull it as much. Still going to go backspin, because he is hitting it a bit hard here. I mean, he's on the green, but not in the prettiest spot in the world. Goggles looking to maybe putt this. He does have a bit of fairway he has to account for here. Thinking he needs more than that 51 that he's getting on the fairway here. If you're looking at like 51, 53 actually even, because if you hold up then, You can use the short one. He's gonna go for a little bit harder than a 56, and he makes the putt. A fantastic putt right there. Absolutely incredible. Love to see it. See what HTCP can do. He misses slightly to the right, and we're going back to even. Goggles gets the point there for a great putt. Very nice. Ooh, he did not hit the top like he should have. He forgot to move the impact point on the ball. Pays for it a little bit there. See what we can do here with the backspin. Hits the hill kind of awkwardly and kicks them off to the right a bit. Not the worst putt in the world though. The chip's a little bit rougher here because he ended up so short. Now he's got to deal with that hill pulling into the left here. I don't think the backspin is necessary. Oh, it was. Because he went with the 7-iron. It still ended up coming in too hot. Pretty simple putt here. Should be a little bit of curve. Pulling it to the right. Bit uphill, bit of rain. So I like the 26-27 probably here. Maybe I'd even hit it maybe a little harder just to be safe. And he gets the birdie. So HTCP will go back up 1. After immediately it was evened back out. But still plenty of golf to play here, so could go either way. Nice super top spin here. Okay, so far just pretty normal drives, of course, there. Going with the top ball again here. Oh, maybe not. I'd go for the top ball personally. I think I'd still play it more right here. A 60-mile-an-hour wind is no joke, even with a short shot like this. Yeah, you need the backspin there. Yeah, wind took it more. Still ends up in a good spot at least. He should be okay. Yeah, see, HTCP's putting in a better spot, I think, for the wind. Yeah. He'll still, of course, kicked it off to the left, but he is at least closer. Goggles will, of course, sink the birdie putt there. HTCP. With a pretty simple putt, we'll go ahead and sink the birdie putt. We move on to the last hole of the front 9. See where it stands after this hole then. He'll keep the curve a little bit on that one, kind of hopefully avoid the trees, but he does end up slicing into it a bit. So that does not help too much. Goggles looking for a more aggressive approach with Wario here. He does hit it a little under, but he might still be okay. He still ends up in the rough, but he's at least not in like the thick stuff or out of bounds, so should be okay there. But he is going to have a hard time reaching the green, while HTCP should be able to make this onto the green here. Ooh, the slice though. He's in the rough stuff. He's in the heavy stuff. Thankfully, he didn't slice it any more than he did, otherwise he would have been in the water there. Goggles, of course, has to go with a safe shot because he can't get over the water in the rough there. That's going to end up nicely. Ooh, Hill kind of took it more. Alright, HTCP could sink this here to take the hole. -2. He hits a little under it too. Fantastic adjustment. Love that. Fantastic shot. HTCP gonna go up 2, heading into the back 9. As the wind is actually pretty friendly here, actually pushing you away from the water. When I say friendly, but it could very well try to push you into the sand instead. We'll see, Luigi just kind of is a very safe bet you can always have, at least here. He will be perfectly fine there. What Goggles can do, he's looking at the wind here of how it's gonna... He goes super backspin. Yes, I guess where he ended up is more or less because of the hook that he had there. I think he hooked it. That's gonna be a nice spot, though. Oh! Almost actually goes in. More specifically, I should be saying. Alright, we're looking at the 8-iron with PD here to possibly just kind of roll it in there. -1 should still be fine. And he nails the chip. That's going to be a push to the next hole. As HTCP almost hits it too hard. That's why I don't like the quick go, did it? I like to wait until it comes back. It feels way less risky. You're especially that close. Alright, we got Boo here, which is pretty nice, I would say. With a pretty good shot there as well. Wind is really pulling it back, so you do have to take that into account for it. It is uphill though as well. Yeah, that's looking very pretty. I love that shot. That is a fantastic tee off there for the par 3. Very easy birdie that he will make there. And we'll have 2 birdies to just go ahead and push the hole again. Keep the score the same. We're not into super scary territory yet for Goggles here, as it is still hole 12 only. Super scary territory is when you're really starting to run out of time with it. And hole 12, you still have a little bit of time to hopefully get your footing and figure stuff out. Tie a couple holes and you'll still be okay. But you do need to start getting a move on a little bit, hopefully, that you're looking for. 2 pretty standard tee shots there. That ends up in a nice spot. I like that. I like that. Got a sand wedge here. You could probably just pop it like that and let it roll a little bit down that hill, which it looks like that's pretty much what he's gonna do here. And let it roll down the hill. It doesn't have as much roll as much of the other clubs, but it will still roll, especially when presented with a downhill like that, at least. We'll go ahead and push that hole as well. Once we hit about hole 15, is really where Goggles is going to have to start worrying about starting to get some holes back. Two Luigis to start off here. I think they'll pretty much both end up in the exact same spot. Goggles rolls a little bit farther. Who is HTCP getting? It's Diddy Kong. So, can't play it too risky here. It does get a +2, but where you're aiming, it didn't matter too much. Goggles might go for this since he is down 2. He could really use the eagle to hopefully get a hole back here. Super topspin's a bit much, I'm thinking. Yeah, Clunt just hits off the pin there. I was a little worried that was going to be coming in too hot. That was beautifully on target, but it was coming in too hot with the super top spin. Normal top spin probably would have been... I almost wonder if that would have been too much, or if you just needed no spin at all. And he'll go ahead and just put it close here. He should be able to just kind of make this putt, though, and get this hole back here that he desperately needs. He doesn't really do the adjustment of the power, and he ends up slightly right, actually, of it. Hill did not take it as much as he was thinking it would. And that's going to cost him the hole, as that's going to be a tie now. Which very much hurts. Go ahead and move on to hole 14 here. A little bit of a slice, but should be perfectly fine. Yeah, I think there's like a little hill patch of rough there that kicked him back. Bit of a slice as well by Bowser here. Put him in the semi-rough. We're gonna see how they want to play this here. There's not much wind, so they don't really have to take that into account. HTCP just has to be worried about that tree. No spin is probably fine here with the approach wedge. Yeah, he rolls slightly past, which is fine. Pitching wedge, of course, is going to roll a little bit more, so there's possibly the opportunity of thinking about going backspin here, which he will go ahead and use for a very good shot. As well, just very, very standard play on this hole right now. That's going to be two birdies there to go ahead and push it to the next hole here. Trying to see how they want to play this with the wind here. I like the backspin, of course. That's a nice. That should be an okay shot. Hill back there is kind of nice as like a backboard almost. Well, yeah, don't do the exact same thing he did. The -1's nice. The little bit of a hook is nice. Yeah, a little bit short though. Possibly with the combination of the -1 and of course the hook. So probably could have maybe just let that one roll a little bit and probably would have been okay. That needs to go in and does. He is okay there. Tiny bit of a hill you see here. Shouldn't have to worry about a curve too much. It's pretty subtle. Yeah. And he'll nail the birdie putt there as well. As we tie another hole. Now we're in danger territory. Where Goggles really needs to make a move here as we're on hole 16. And he's down 2. With being down 2, that puts hole 17. No, that puts hole 18 as the dormy still. And really, you're up 1 or down 1. Yeah, no. So, Anyway, the backspin kind of pushes it, takes it off the green there. Shadow Mario here. I like the top ball again here. Kind of let it run a little bit. Even though there's not too much wind, I kind of like that. Yeah, you're just gonna let that run a little bit. That's a nice shot though. Very nice shot there by Goggles. A beautiful chip though. We'll save the birdie for HTCP. Goggles will go ahead and sink his as well as we push on to hole 17. Okay, no, I was right on my initial thought. We are on dormy here on 17. It's either you go now or you're done. I like the angle he's trying to go for here. It's a bit risky. But I see the vision. It's not as risky probably with the wind because it's probably gonna pull it out into that fairway left anyway. He does end up in the rough here. Well, he ended up in the back rough there because of the slice that he had. Goggles is thinking more of the up and up path here. We'll see what he can do. Go super backspin here. Hopefully that ends him up in an okay spot. That seems like an okay line. He should be okay. Gets DK. A lot of wind though. You gotta always take that into account. He's got very clear shot over the trees, so that's not an issue that he's gonna hit the trees or anything. He just needs to land this on the green. And a nice shot. Ends up slightly off target into the rough, but he's still up there and over there. I needs to get up. It does. A nice shot there with Diddy Kong. Ooh, HTCP opting to putt here. This could be... This is the second time we're putting from the fairway now. Oh, no, never mind. He changed his mind. He wants the chip. He wants the chip now. But he's got to take into the account the wind, the hill. There's kind of a bit of everything. A little bit of an adjustment. He double hooks it. Ooh. Or double slices it. Almost. It's a very good attempt, though. Goggles has to make this, though. And it's not gonna do it. That double hook. Coming in, it looked like it was still coming in too hot as well. Oh gosh dang it, the music finished. Hold on. And it's gonna be a tie for the final hole there for hole 17. That's gonna be it. There's a 4-2 for HTCP.